Good morning, friends. Nice work yesterday. I know that Schoology didn't make it easy on us. Hopefully, the mothership has figured things out. Make sure it goes more smoothly today. If not, we're just going to have to keep grinding. Like I said, flexibility is key, travels both ways. Know that I have to take attendance today at 10 a.m., and that'll be for yesterday's work. So I don't know if you'll be getting absence notifications or what, but I am going to attract people's, you know, attention to work here throughout this time period, and hopefully that will keep us all a little bit honest, but also give us some data as to who is able to connect on a daily basis, who's connecting on a couple days basis, and get us some good data here as far as the effects of distance learning. Um, yeah, today we will start moving towards through that unit that we pre-tested on with our first episode of the crash course media literacy presentation here. You'll notice that there are, in this case, two more pieces open, a video and a quiz or an assessment here designed to follow that. You'll have to click on this in order to get to this, just like you'll have to take the pre-test in order to click on that. So even if you are, for whatever reason, missed that pre-test today or yesterday, go ahead and take it today, and then you get to continue along the unit with the rest of us. This is a sequential piece. The quizzes are designed both to prove that you watch the video and to help steer you toward what's important inside the video. You'll be able to see as you take quiz to quiz that there are test questions that I took right off there and put into the study guide. So the idea that trying to maintain what's relevant and important here by using these quizzes. Schoology, again, shouldn't let you jump ahead from assessment to assessment without watching the video, and you have to take the pre-test before. So following those in order, but that could be a problem today for those of us who were stalled somehow because of Schoology's Schoology's crashes or whatnot. You might have been stuck inside a test. You maybe didn't finish it. Maybe those things. So for whatever reason you can't access today's work, send me a quick email. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll reset the pretest if need be so you can take it, and we'll move forward. We're also continuing reading, and that's maybe proving to be a bit of a challenge for some of us, whether we have finished a book and we just don't have access to another one. Some people just don't have anything that they would want to read around the house, and so that's a bit of a challenge too. Some people are separated from their books by the quarantine, and they don't have anything else. So I wanted to make sure to show you guys again that there are some resources available. The first is this distance learning reading resource that we took a look at yesterday, and a lot of it has to do with allowing you to get a library card over top. I wasn't able to contact the library today. I might try, or yesterday. I might try tomorrow, and or today, and try to see if somebody is there to get library cards out. But then you have access to all these things: Mintex, InfoDocket, Public Library, New York Public Library, Audible Stories. You don't need a library card for those; are free. But there's some classic pieces there that might be fun. I use Libby, which is allows me to check out ebooks from the library, and hopefully that's still available for you all if you have a library card. And hopefully too that they're also making their licenses a little bit easier to acquire. I know they have a lot of books, but they're checked out quite a bit, and so maybe if they let a couple more copies go during quarantine, more people will find use in it. I've also made a list here of a bunch of ebooks that I own and that I'm happy to loan you. Via email. And here's the list. And I've gone through and highlighted a few that I know are popular, or that I know are good because I've read them, or that are just popular artists or popular authors. And So you can scan through this, and maybe there's something here that you would like to read. If there is, just shoot me an email. Tell me what device you're going to be reading it on, because I have to give you a particular file depending upon your device. But I'll share that with you, and you guys can have these ebooks to keep you busy during the time uh, of the quarantine. Now, um, is 8,000 books on this list, so there's tons and tons of books. Um, it might seem a little bit daunting to search through, and you might need to use Amazon to give you a little bit more information about those texts. But with 8,000 things here, obviously there's something that should be entertaining to somebody. Somebody find it interesting. So I'm happy to share that with you and to give you that. Also on this document, then there's a couple of articles that allow us to um, how to access them on our personal devices. iPhone seems to be the easiest, where iBooks can actually read the file format that I'm emailing you. You just open it right there in your phone. Android will be a little bit more difficult because it doesn't have a native reader, but there's a free app called Aldeco that I've used in the past and I like very much. And it's very simple to use, again, once you have the file folder down. So I've included links to that here. Again, the idea is that we keep reading and that we keep stretching for those goals, and that we learn that maybe there's lots of different ways to be good readers here. And if books and things like that aren't floating your boat right now, um, yeah, go look for some articles, go look for some magazines, go look for some things online, and feel free to continue to read using those. I'm just hopeful that we keep reading and keep this. If we sat down for a few weeks here because of this stoppage, that we keep going and that we keep becoming the readers that will make us smarter and better and all those things. Finally, today, I did complete reading the fences exams, and I did have to press a big pause button in the middle of it as this whole thing kind of blossomed as far as, hey, we got to get everything online. But I did finish those up today, and they're available for you to look at if you turn them in. Um, uh, I gave a score, and right now everything I think is sitting just on Schoology. It hasn't been pushed to Skyward yet, mostly because there's still a big question mark about what grades are going to look like here as we move forward. So once I'll probably update Skyward here this either today or tomorrow, and move that forward. But if you guys come to look at your scores on Schoology, know that I didn't put any comments or anything like that, or this precious few. If you do have questions about why you scored the way you scored, you're going to have to ask. But I did give you three scores that align with the rubric. Each row of the rubric then has its own score. So the first score is how well your work showed that you understood the play Fences. The second number is how well you connected Fences to the material that you were given. In this case, the poems or the Jackie Robinson article. And then finally, the third is just the quality of writing and how well you communicated with that number. So, or with that written word. So those numbers then reflect those pieces. You can see exactly how you scored in each column of the or each row of the rubric. Again, if you have questions about why you scored the way you scored, feel free to shoot me a quick email. I'll be happy to talk. I'll be happy to help you out here. But those are done. I know those are our only summative grades in the grade book, and so with so many tests still out, with so many people who didn't finish the tests before break, you feel free to use some time here to complete that and to turn it in. Some of us, really have to, go back and take out the material from the outline and make sure to reform that into a couple paragraphs so that it's a legitimate exam and not just a bunch of sentences sort of floating around in space. Putting those things together will of course increase your score and increase your score for the class in general as we continue to move forward here. So if that's where your stress is right now to fix a grade or something like that, making sure that Fences exam is in is good and will be a good step moving forward. All right, friends. Good luck today. Again, I'm available from 10 to 1 and then from 1 to 3. The best way to do this is certainly been text messaging. via Hangouts. Shoot me a quick message on Hangouts, and we can see how best to help you with that. If it's a quick text or a quick message or a quick response, that works. Email is fine for that too, but Hangouts is really slick. And it's proven that way. And that way too, if we need to move to a meet situation, we just do so with the press of a button, and we're face to face, and we can talk things out. We can take a look at a paper. We can, figure out what went wrong with your test so that we can get you moving, or we can do whatever we need to do. So that seems to be the best way to do it. Again, we're hopeful the day goes a lot smoother with Schoology, and that things go a lot easier. Although, like I said, what I was able to see with your work today, many of us were successful accomplishing today's task, which was just to take that pretest. Hopefully, moving forward into episode 1 and the first assessment here, will be as successful. All right, you guys. Good luck today. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.